Hello everyone and welcome back to Kurejandi. This is episode 2 as we continue our build in the Nordheim map that was included in the Map Pack 3 Content Creator Pack. Today, in this episode, we're going to be building out our high school over here in this region. We're going to be putting our forestry industry, building it out and putting it right over here. We will also be working to build out our population to reach our next milestone. But first, let's start with the high school. And we need to get this in so we can meet the education requirements by the town. So I think we'll put it right here. This is pretty centrally located, and I think we will stop it. I think we're going to put it right here. And I think that will give us plenty of education, the higher education in high school for the town to meet the requirements. So next I want to go and start zoning out the forestry area. And I think we'll start right over in this area here. Take all of this on both sides of the railroad track and take here. And I'm really not sure this is going to be enough, so I'm thinking really maybe should I, I think I'm going to take this area just up here on the other side of the highway. Take this area here because I've got a lot of forestry in there, so we'll take all this area here. And this will give us plenty of room for not only forestry excavation, but also for processing buildings so that we can process the timber that we cut down. Okay, so we're out of money. So while we're waiting to build up that money, let's go over and start building out some of this residential area. Yeah, we need $20,000 on the forestry and forestry buildings and get started on that. So let's go over here. We need to get some residential areas built out. And I think I want to go this area right here and start building out this area. So we still don't have the $20,000 we need to build out our forestry industry building. So what I want to do in the meantime is I want to put in some paths, both going from the industrial area over to the residential area. Since we don't have any buses in yet, it gives people another opportunity besides driving a car to get to work. I also want to put some paths through the wooded area so people can take their nice long walks in the woods and along the river. So let me do that, and then I will be right back. And finally, we have over $20,000 so we can put in our forest industry building. So let's take it, and I want to put it in this area right over here. This is not a lot of trees over here, so it's a really good area. And we'll get that put in there. We're going to need to build some roads out here. We don't have enough money for a plantation yet, so let's build in some roads. We'll see how far our money goes here. Let's stretch this out, and I think we're going to want to get this under the railroad track. I don't want to go over the railroad track. I'd rather go underground here, I think. And then bring it up. The slope's going to be an issue. My money's going to be an issue. I think we just have to wait a few minutes. Wait a couple minutes to get enough money here, and then we can address the slope issue. Let's try this again. We're going to go under the road. There we go. And up. We have enough money now, I believe, to do this. Now see if we can find the slope right there. Yeah, we can make that work. Click there. So now we're on the other side. We're going to run this out, and we'll be able to put plantations over here. Some tree farms over there. We're going to need to build some more roads right over here because that's not going to be enough. Let's get rid of this power line right here. And then let's run this road out. Yeah, let's run this road here out to about there. Very good. Population 2,600. That's going to give us some money to go out and help finish building out this forest industry, or to continue to build it out. I don't think it'll be finished for a while. So let's put this tree farm, find a place for it. I have to get up here in the zone right here. Looks like this is a good production area here. 48. And another one here. And another one here. I think we're going to need to put some water under the roads right here. Those trees don't seem to grow without water. And now we want to put in, we're going to need to get a sawmill in here. So let's go and get this. And I want to put this is a processor, so I want to put it someplace that doesn't take up any trees, and we'll put it right here. So in our last episode, we created our city park, Robin Hill, but we didn't put any buildings into it. So it has a very low entertainment value and nobody's going to it. Well, of course not. There are no buildings in it. So let's start out. We have the front gate. So let's start out, and we're going to put, I think we want to start out with a plaza. Let's start out with this plaza. We'll put this plaza right here. I always like to start off kind of with the plaza right here. And then we're going to use 2 park cafes as kind of the center of this park, kind of the core center of it. Then we also need to put in park services building here, or information building here. I want to do this because I want to get the restroom to go in right next to it. And restroom there. And then we're going to need to put some water underneath these roads, or the pathways in there. There. And there. And that's looking pretty good. So what does that get us up to? 295 of 220. So we're good. We're going to get some visitors coming in now. So now we can start working on leveling up that park. One thing I do want to get in here though is I need to get a parking lot. I feel like people need to have a place to park when they come to the park. And so I want this side of the road. I'd have to build a path to go across the street. And I really don't want to put a parking lot next to the graveyard. So I think if I come around the corner and I think this has room right here. So I think we can put that right there. Now notice that our resident demand is really high. So I think there's a piece of land right over here that we can develop, this starting right over here. And it's actually, we're going to zone this. This would be our first zoned community on Kurejandi. So we'll call it Spruce Heights. And we were going to format this to be European suburbia. So everything will be in that theme. Click up right there. So now let's get to build. So let's start getting this zone in with some residential zoning. Start up here. Actually, I don't think I want to do this. Yeah, let's take this out. I think I want to save this area up here for some public services like the library, a school maybe, or maybe put some parks or public sports complexes up there, sports fields. So let's fill this in. I'm going to go ahead. I generally would do this incrementally, but I think this time I'm just going to go ahead and fill out the entire subdivision. Although we do need to make sure that we clean all these areas up that we don't want people to build in, just so that we can control where the growth is. Otherwise, we generally have to come back and destroy homes to build new roads, and that's not a good thing. So we'll do here, all the way to the back. Yeah, let's go clean this up over here. Gotta get those cleaned up as soon as we can, because people will start moving in those areas because you don't want them to. Here, and we'll finish this up and then go clean up the mess we made. Take this out and this, and let's go back to the other side. We will take this out, and we need to get some electricity over here. We can take that from the industrial area across the road. Right here. Let's bring that over. Find a place to connect it into. I think there's a little spot right over here on the left-hand side that we can kind of sneak into right there. Just catch a little bit of it to get that electricity connected right there. And one thing I like to do is to use the pedestrian plazas as entranceways to these communities, because it really kind of frames them out. So we'll go to the pedestrian area plaza icon, get a couple of plazas, and then after this, we are going to go and put some trees back in that I promised that we would do. And let's start doing that right now. Okay, so the last thing we have to do today is we have to get a cemetery in. People are starting to die, and we have to get these bodies cleaned up. So let's go and get a cemetery and find a good place for it. And we will do that right. Well, it's kind of crowded. Let's do that right over here. I think this is a good area. It's really on that main road. Maybe I have to come back and move this later, but we'll put it right there. Boom. Okay. That's about it. That's about all the time we have for today. Thank you for joining. Remember, if you like what you see, please subscribe to the channel. Give us a big thumbs up. That really helps our channel out a lot. And if you want to get notified when we have new content, hit the notification bell. Other than that, thank you for joining and have a nice day. And we will catch you next time. This is Ken with Ken Tays Plays.